Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for August 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, the Ceuta border crisis has resulted in a death toll of 23 after tens of thousands of migrants attempted to cross from Morocco into the Spanish enclave. The Spanish government has announced plans to install a containment barrier to deter further crossings. Secondly, UK Prime Minister Andy Burnham's leadership style is under scrutiny as speculation grows about the possibility of an early election. Despite denials, insiders claim that Burnham may be tempted to capitalize on his current popularity and the opposition's disarray. Lastly, the ongoing conflict in the Middle East has sent shockwaves through the global oil market, with crude prices soaring to unprecedented heights. According to a recent report by Wood Mackenzie, the global upstream oil and gas sector is poised to generate a record $495 billion in free cash flow in 2024. Energy companies are likely to maintain capital discipline, prioritizing balance sheet strength and deleveraging over increased investment or shareholder returns. As the conflict continues to unfold, the oil market remains highly volatile, with traders trimming the geopolitical risk premium and diplomatic contacts fueling expectations of a negotiated resolution. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. First, a tragic avalanche on Broad Peak in Pakistan has claimed the lives of renowned mountaineer Nirmal Purja and several other climbers. The incident has sent shock waves through the international mountaineering community, with many paying tribute to Purja's courage and determination. In another developments, Russian ballistic missile strikes have hit the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv, killing at least 9 people and injuring several others. This devastating escalation of violence marks one of the deadliest strikes on the city in recent weeks and has sparked widespread condemnation. Lastly, a surge in violence between Israeli settlers and Palestinian residents in the West Bank has raised concerns about the deteriorating security situation in the region. At least 140 Palestinians have been killed since the beginning of the year, with many more injured in settler attacks. The situation remains volatile, with fears that the conflict could spill over into other parts of the region. These stories are a sobering reminder of the risks and challenges faced by people around the world, from the dangers of high-altitude mountaineering to the devastating consequences of conflict and violence. We'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskwiser.
Thank you, Barbara. First, Amazon's second quarter earnings report sent shockwaves through the tech industry, with its cloud hosting services emerging as a major winner. AWS revenue rose 12% year-over-year to $42 billion, despite concerns over ballooning expenses. This is a clear indication that cloud hosts like Amazon are being treated as the most reliable part of the stack in the evolving AI economy. Moving on to investing, renowned wealth experts are cautioning against holding too much cash due to rising inflation. With inflation quietly eroding the value of cash savings, investors are advised to diversify their portfolios and explore alternative assets such as real estate, precious metals, and art. It's not about abandoning cash entirely, but finding the right balance and being mindful of potential risks. Lastly, Laureate Education, Incorporated, reported significant revenue growth driven by its operations in Mexico and Peru. The company's strategic focus on expanding online programs for working adults and integrating AI across the student journey has yielded positive results. With a strong net debt position and plans for new campus openings, Laureate Education is poised to continue its growth trajectory. As we navigate these complex economic waters, it's essential to stay informed and adapt our strategies to protect our wealth. Remember, don't panic and always keep in mind that the more things change, the more they stay the same. Where do you stay your money on Monday? We'll be discussing these topics in more depth throughout the week, so be sure to tune in for further analysis and insights. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we have an article that invites us to gaze up at the night sky and appreciate the beauty of our universe. The recent stunning image of the full buck moon rising over distant mountains, accompanied by the atmospheric phenomena known as the Belt of Venus, reminds us of the intricate dance between our planet and its lunar companion. This sets the stage for the upcoming total solar eclipse and encourages us to explore the fascinating craters and mare that adorn the moon's surface. In another article, we delve into the world of smartphones and examine the trend of using glass backs in flagship devices. While glass is often associated with quality and premium materials, the question arises as to whether this perception is worth the added cost. A closer look at the benefits and drawbacks of glass versus plastic construction reveals that glass may not be as necessary as manufacturers would have us believe, and its use may be driving up costs without providing a significant improvement in user experience. Lastly, we take a look at the tech world's anticipation of Google's latest flagship series, the Pixel 8. Rumors and leaks suggest that the new series will feature exciting upgrades, including improved camera capabilities, faster charging, and a unique design element called Pixel Glow. The Pixel 8 series is expected to make a significant impact in the world of smartphones, with impressive specs and innovative features that promise to deliver exceptional performance and stunning displays. These articles offer a glimpse into the wonders of our universe, the evolution of technology, and the choices we make as consumers. As we continue to explore and discover new things, we're reminded of the importance of critically evaluating the information presented to us and considering the implications of our decisions. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we're focusing on the upcoming UFC Fight Night in Belgrade, Serbia, where hometown favorite Uroš Midake faces off against veteran Daniel Rodriguez in a pivotal welterweight showdown. DraftKings is offering new users an exciting opportunity to receive $100 instantly in bonus bets, and we encourage our readers to explore this promotion while emphasizing responsible gaming practices. In the realm of football, the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers are gearing up to face daunting schedules in the highly competitive AFC West Division. Both teams are optimistic about their prospects, with the Broncos focusing on developing their young players and the Chargers relying on the expertise of their new offensive coordinator to get the most out of quarterback Justin Herbert. Lastly, we're diving into the world of Major League Baseball, where the New York Yankees are set to face off against the Chicago Cubs at the iconic Wrigley Field. This matchup promises to be one of the highlights of the regular season, with both teams boasting some of the best records in baseball. The Minnesota Twins have also made a significant move by acquiring reliever A.J. Minter from the New York Mets, which could impact the competitive balance in the American League. These stories and more are part of our ongoing commitment to bring you the latest updates and insights from the world of sports. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Today, we've got 3 thought-provoking stories to share with you. Firstly, in Berlin, a debate is raging over the fate of a quirky makeshift house that's become an integral part of the city's cultural heritage. The treehouse was built by Turkish laborers during the Cold War era and has been a symbol of resistance and community spirit. As the city prepares for elections, its future remains uncertain. In a more somber note, a shocking incident in Gosford has left a community reeling after a 17-year-old boy allegedly stabbed a man to death over an argument about a hat. The community is coming together to support the victim's family and raise awareness about knife violence and the need for greater support for young people. On a more uplifting note, we have a heartwarming story of an unexpected meeting between singer-songwriter Patti Smith and Pope Leo XIV at the Vatican. This extraordinary encounter was filled with laughter, emotion, and a deep sense of shared humanity, reminding us that music and art can bring people together and transcend differences. These stories highlight the complexities of human experience, from community spirit and resilience to senseless violence and the power of compassion. We will continue to follow these developments and bring you in-depth analysis and insights. Join us again tomorrow for more news analysis and thought-provoking stories from around the world. Good night now. For the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First off, K-drama fans are in for a treat this August, with a slew of new shows hitting the airwaves. From spooky rom-coms like Spooky Love to action-packed vigilante stories like Okay, Let's Get Divorced, there's something for everyone. I gave you the lowdown on all the must-watch K-dramas coming our way. Next up, rock legends, Rush are back on tour and killing it. I had the chance to catch their show at Madison Square Garden, and let me tell you, new drummer Anika Nilles is a force to be reckoned with. The band's tribute to Neil Peart's legacy was heartfelt and impressive, and I highly recommend catching this tour if you're a fan. And finally, for all you X-Files fans out there, LEGO has just released its first ever set, inspired by the iconic sci-fi series. This 2,000-plus piece collectible is a must-have for any serious fan with intricate details and adorable minifigures that will transport you back to the good old days of 90s TV. Thanks for tuning in to the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast, or should I say Building Now, for the latest in nature and environment. Here is David to Nature.
Thank you, Joan. We start with a report from Romania, where authorities are struggling to enforce rules to keep residents and tourists safe from brown bear attacks. Despite warnings and fines, people continue to feed bears along the Transfăgărășan mountain road, contributing to the growing problem of human-bear encounters. The country's Environment Ministry estimates that there are between 5,500 to 6,000 brown bears in Romania, and nearly 100 people have been killed by bears over the last 2 decades. Meanwhile, in Australia, a recent outbreak of a bird flu has raised concerns about the health of the country's wildlife. However, we also have some positive news from Maine, where a rare baby albino porcupine was rescued after being chased by dogs. The little porcupine is being cared for at the Centre for Wildlife, a non-profit clinic that provides medical care and education on nature-based topics. In other news, Australia is not facing an outbreak of bird flu. Instead, we have an update from Australia regarding a recent avian influenza outbreak affecting birds in the country, but our article today focused on 3 Maine. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.